Welcome to the countdown to kickoff. Your Northern Arizona Wranglers squaring off tonight against the San Antonio Gunslingers. James Poopy coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partners, Mr. Ed Cole and Parker Grass. Gentlemen, we got a good game on tap tonight, and the Wranglers looking to get another win after taking care of business last week against the Tucson Sugar Skulls.
Yeah, PG, that was a tough one. 54-48. They had to tough that one out. It came down to it that last drive, 10-play, 45-yard drive, took them 2 minutes, took the time off the clock. They got a score with a rushing touchdown, and then they sealed it with that interception by Malik Saunier. That was a hard-fought victory, PG. We knew it was going to be because Tucson was going to leave everything out there on the field.
Yeah, it was their first game of the season. We were just coming off the bye, and I know we talked a lot during our broadcast just about with the extra bye, they seem to build that chemistry a lot and really get to know each other. And it showed on the field with Josh throwing 5 touchdowns to a multitude of players. But yeah, it was a heavyweight boxing match, if I could say. And I was really impressed with how the guys were able to pull out the win.
The Wranglers played really well week one, I feel, against the Rattlers. Played really well on defense, and now it's nice to see this offense, as you guys mentioned, starting to gel. Josh Jones playing really well. We see him going at it right there, and the offense just continues to improve every week here for the Wranglers.
And what impresses me as much as the 5 touchdowns he threw, JP and PG, and the 1 touchdown he ran for, the fact that he didn't throw for a single interception, and that's pivotal in the indoor football league, that you do not turn the football over. He did not do that. 19 of 27, very efficient, 212. RZ McCorker, we talked about him. He's leading the league among non-quarterbacks with touchdowns with 6. So RZ has been a godsend. David Elder with that rushing touchdown at the end to help seal the victory. Of course, Malik Saunier, we'll see him in a second, seal it off with that INT. But it took a total team effort that we talked about, and it has to in this league. You can't have 1/3 of your football team not performing to the standards that your football team has set. You've got to have all 3 phases, and we talk about that. We'll talk about that until the end of time, that offense, defense, and special teams. We saw right there Travion Banks with the breakup right there. He comes back right there again with another breakup. We see Gervin Hall Jr. He dives for the ball. Here's David Elder into the end zone, but it took a absolute, everybody on the football field had to deliver, and they did, PG.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to me is that, with Josh not throwing any interceptions, kind of like we were talking about before we started recording, you got like 0.8 seconds to be able to throw the ball in the IFL. It's very quick because of the D-line coming at you. You don't have a lot of time. And with Josh being able to be extremely efficient, how he was, get all of his guys involved. RZ, of course, had a great day, and he's had a great season so far, these first 2 games, but how he's able to get John and David Elder and a lot of his guys into the mix. It's been extremely impressive to see how quickly this team has gelled in the first 2 games of the season.
Wranglers improved now to 1-1 after taking care of business against those Tucson Sugar Skulls, and now tonight against the San Antonio Gunslingers, they go into South Central Texas against a brand new IFL team who is also consequently having their home opener tonight. So the challenge has been put up here against the Wranglers tonight.
It'll be challenging because San Antonio, they're licking their wounds after that loss in San Antonio, 60 in San Diego against the Strike Force. They came up short by 8, but fellas, Sam Castronova, he as advertised, a young man, of course, won the championship with Jacksonville last year before they moved over here. But 8 touchdowns that young man had, 4 through the air, 4 on the ground. PG, that they're going to have a tough task ahead of them. The Wranglers defense trying to wrangle him and corral him. That's going to be tough. But on the flip side, you look and see at their defense, they gave up 9 passing touchdowns to Nate Davis. So what are we going to see from their defense tonight, PG? Could Josh Jones have a big game just like Nate did last weekend in San Diego? We'll see.
Yeah, I think too, also to talk about a little bit of the Wranglers defense, they were able to hold their own against a very big quarterback that Tucson had. They're going to have to do it again with Castronova being 6'2", 215 pounds. So another big-time quarterback, another big, physical, strong quarterback I'm sure they got down in San Antonio. But the offense, too, Josh has been playing great. He seems to be having a ton of confidence right now. And I think, as we also get a couple of more weapons, hopefully, into the system that Coach Moss and his guys have set up, only up from here for the Wranglers. But it's going to be tough for them, of course. San Antonio's home opener, they're going to be looking to get their first win of the season with that tough loss they suffered on the road last week. So there's going to be, I'm sure, a lot of excitement and energy in San Antonio but I'm hoping the Wranglers can come out with a win.
And JP, I'm sorry. Go ahead, JP.
No, go ahead. The gentleman we talked to a little bit ago, Axel Perez, he could prove big here tonight against the San Antonio Gunslingers. As we always talk ad nauseum, all three phases have to be in harmony, and that's definitely going to be the case tonight in San Antonio.
It is. And I was just going to say that looking at Castranova's numbers last week in San Diego, he ran the ball 15 times, led the team in rushing, 4 rushing touchdowns, and they got in the red zone, fellas, 7 times. Guess how many times they scored? 7. So this is a prolific offense. So we will see that what the Wranglers defense can do. Did this week of preparation get them prepared for another strong offense led by a national champion?
Yeah, and I think too, hopefully, with how they were able to get the win last week against Tucson and being a defensive stop with Malik Saunier getting that game-winning interception with seconds to go, hopefully that led into a good week of practice and a good week of preparation. So I'm excited to really see how they come out. They've had, 4 weeks now up there in Prescott. They haven't really been able to go anywhere else. So first test on the road is going to be really exciting for them, I'm sure.
And there also could be a chance that we have some new Wranglers taking the field tonight in San Antonio as well. One of those guys, Gene Coleman, I'm excited to see him get to work for this Northern Arizona Wranglers club.
Me too. Also, Kobe White, PG, you and I and JP are so excited to see this young man whenever he rolls out. But the talent that they have right now, John Maldonado and RZ and just everybody he has the football to hand off and throw the football to, it's like an embarrassment of riches for Josh Jones, right? It's like he seemingly has no end of talent to throw the ball to, and his offensive line is blocking really well for him. Yes, Tucson dialed up the pressure, especially in that third and fourth quarter. But you know what? They did not panic. They stayed within themselves, and Josh didn't panic because that pressure was coming on him because we knew Billy Back was going to make those proper adjustments, fellas, at halftime, and we knew he was going to bring the noise, and their defense brought it, but Josh stayed strong. And again, 0 interceptions against that pressure. Yeah,
we got a ton of speed offensively is what I've noticed. We might not have the tallest of receivers like some of these teams have with like 6'2", 6'3" receivers. But RZ and David Elder, Justin Manyweather, and John Maldonado, they've been able to really hone in on their speed, get past, the defensive backs pretty quickly and downfield. So I really, really like how they've, prepped this offense around Josh's pros and cons, getting the ball out quickly, being able to distribute to not just one guy. So I really think they have a really good shot at getting a win on the road tonight.
And Parker, you mentioned Justin Manyweather. I'm excited to see him here in what will be game 2 in his running back career here for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, able to really settle into that role. I thought he played really well last week against the Sugar Skulls.
Yeah, he's solid. And I think his speed was one of the biggest things that stood out to me. Of course, since I'm like on the wall or on the boards, I'm able to see these guys up close and personal, but how he's able to decipher between defenders sometimes and get open. He's got a ton of gifts, and I'm really excited to see how he does tonight.
And I'm just liking to see what Josh Jones does again as far as his decision making, because he's continuing to mature. And game 3, his first road game as a professional quarterback, how's he going to deal with the noise tonight over in San Antonio? Because, fellas, we know that place is going to be loud. It's going to be a rock concert all night long. They're celebrating their opening home game for the Gunslingers. So what is Josh going to do to counteract what that crowd is going to try to do from a noise standpoint? And I want to see him run the football as well. Castronova runs the football. Josh Jones is a big, strong target as well as far as running. And we know he's not afraid to call his own number. He's not afraid to call number 12.
A lot of these questions will be answered here in just a bit as the Wranglers prepare to take on those San Antonio Gunslingers. Stay with us here on the countdown to kickoff. When we return, we will visit with Northern Arizona Wranglers kicker Axel Perez, get to know him a little bit more, and we'll continue to walk you up to kickoff between the Northern Arizona Wranglers and the San Antonio Gunslingers. The countdown to kickoff is on the air. Stay with us.
Every day, savings, energy efficiency, rebates. Every day, you have ways to save energy and money. Schedule a home energy checkup for savings recommendations tailored to your home. Find rebates on smart thermostats, appliances, and more at the APS Marketplace. Compare your rate plan options and switch to the plan that would have saved you the most money. Find ways to save at aps.com/brighter.
We welcome you back to the Countdown to Kickoff Road Edition here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel. We are now pleased to be joined by kicker Axel Perez. Axel, thank you so much for taking the time tonight. We're excited about tonight's game in San Antonio, and we're looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better. Just give us a little background on your football history as it's led up to you becoming a Northern Arizona Wrangler.
First off, thank you for having me. And my history right now for football will be I went to high school at Lawndale High School in California, and I went to junior college for 2 years at LA Harbor College in Wilmington. Then from there, I hopped over to Division I Hampton University in Virginia. I played 2 years there, got a conference there, and then after that, I took a year off more so, and then I signed with the Wranglers right after. I'm pretty excited to be here and stuff.
So, Axel, that year off between Hampton and your first here with the Wranglers, what were you doing to kind of prepare yourself? And were you still looking for the opportunity to move up to the professional ranks to come with the Wranglers? How did that work out with that whole year off in between Hampton and Northern Arizona?
Most definitely. I was going to camps and stuff. I went to 2 camps. I trained with John Carney usually in San Diego, California. And I just be over there trying to see if I get a chance to go somewhere and stuff. But I got the call. It's funny story. I got the call, let's just say on a Tuesday, to come to the Wranglers and stuff. And I had 2 days to choose to come here. It was pretty life-changing and stuff. So I came, let's say, on a Thursday, and I just signed right away over here. And yeah, I got my shot, and it's a whole different thing over here. Obviously, indoor football compared to outdoor football, but I love it a lot here. It's the atmosphere and everything, and the rules are different, but I like it. I like everything about it.
Axel, what attracted you about Northern Arizona? You said you had a couple of opportunities, and then with the year off too, I'm sure you had more between that time and before you signed with Northern Arizona. But what was it about Northern Arizona and the Wranglers organization that made it attractive?
So first off, I had 2 other ones. I'm not going to state the names at the moment, but I had 2 other ones. But I chose the Wranglers because I saw they had a better season, and I saw that they were champions 2022 and stuff. So that really caught my attention. And Coach Moss, also a great coach for recruiting. He hit me up and let me know like the whole deal, like, oh, come over here, come play a season and stuff. I know it's different and stuff, but you'll like it. And I just chose to come here. And Coach Moss is a very good influence for me to come over here. Also, Connor was one of the guys that told me about the atmosphere over here and how everything is over here. So I caught my attention even more. And even being here feels even greater.
Now, Connor Dropkick Mangan was our kicker last season here with the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Extremely impressive, as you've been as well, Axel, in your first couple of games here. As we take a look at some of your highlights, I wanted to ask you, what is the mindset going into the kickoffs, especially you mentioned the different rules with regards to the deuce and being able to score that. Are you guys, I mean, if I was an IFL coach and I had a guy like you with a huge leg, I might be trying that deuce every single kickoff. What's the mindset going into that?
My mindset, first off, would be keeping it in bounds or going through the deuce, because you know how the rule is, you go to the 20 first time and then the second time you go to the 25. But making that deuce definitely is challenging between those skinny goalposts and everything. But my mindset is just basically keeping it in bounds, getting the ball back. Sometimes, as you guys seen, I've done some onside kicks on kickoff and stuff. But yeah, that's my main thing right now, just keeping it in bounds on making the team scramble more in the back in the end zone so we have more time to recover the kickoff.
Now, Axel, you make it look so easy, but it's very difficult to do a drop kick like you just did on there, or to kick an extra point or a field goal, the couple field goals you kicked against Arizona. How did you work and develop your kicking style like that? Because when we see you in pregame and we see you during the warm-ups, obviously during the game, you are launching that football, AP. How did you work on strengthening your leg and your accuracy like that?
More so strengthening my leg will be just fast twitch like muscle and like working on my speed on my leg, and that's pretty much what makes up my power more so, because obviously I don't have the biggest legs, but I have I would say one of the fastest legs when it comes down to kicking the ball. And yeah, drop kicking is also another thing that's very hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy because it isn't, but the more and more I've been practicing, the more comfortable I've been with it and stuff. So definitely a good thing to have, especially because it counts as 2 points or 4 points, depending where you're at.
Axel, a lot of people, I'm sure, have told you, and I think it's just kind of a known thing, the kicker is one of the most important positions on the football team. What's been one of the most challenging adjustments you've had to make since coming over from Hampton and now playing in the indoor football league?
Definitely going from outdoor to indoor is very hard. The indoor football league posts are very, very thin compared to the college ones as the last time I've ever played. But it's good to just, all I say to myself is just, if you make it straight, it don't matter. That's my saying more so. Like, if you just kick straight, it won't matter where it goes because it's going in regardless. But it's definitely challenging though, going from the outdoor to the indoor football league because of the rules and everything too.
Axel, Parker mentioned the importance of the kicking game. Ed and I talk about it every single week. All three phases really have to be in sync. How do you, as a kicker, handle that type of pressure, especially when it comes down to maybe a game-winning field goal, or the team is driving down and hey, this might come down to a field goal attempt here for us to win or lose the football game? Is there anything you do personally to kind of get yourself in the right mindset or maybe handle that pressure?
Circling back to what he said was, yeah, kickers are important when it comes down to field goals, like last minute field goals and stuff. But what I go through is more so I want to kick that ball. Like I sometimes be like, yo, I hope they don't score so I could kick this ball straight through the uprights. But it's a bad thing to think. But at the same time, I wish they score and everything. But I'm a more type of guy I want to kick the ball. Like, I'm not scared to kick it. Like, I feel confident in my abilities to kick the ball through the uprights.
Well, Axel, this is an offense that's geared toward you actually kicking the ball, as you mentioned, because on Saturday you kicked 6 out of 9 PATs. So this is a prolific offense led by Josh Jones. He was phenomenal on Saturday against Tucson. Talk about this offense and how strong it is with Josh. He threw 5 touchdowns. He ran for 1. RZ McCorker as blowing up. He's leading the league as far as touchdowns for a non-quarterback in a rookie position. He's also been so strong on special teams to also help you, AP. Talk about this offense and talk about RZ and what he means from a special team standpoint.
Our offense is very strong. I like how Josh runs it and how he's very comfortable throwing the ball around, even though he's getting rushed all the time. And RZ is obviously that guy. I could say that more so because first 2 games he showed it more so. They didn't even kick the ball to him anymore and stuff, like, because they know he's that guy more so. But our offense is very strong. They know what they're doing most of the time. I always see it in practice. They're very confident and stuff. And when it comes out to the games, they dominate, and they're gonna dominate this next game too.
Axel, you guys, first road game of the season out in San Antonio this weekend. They're going to be looking for their first win of the season, of course, with the tough loss they took. I'm sure you guys have watched a ton of film on their first game against San Diego. Without leaking, of course, anything special, what's kind of been the preparation? What's been the type of game plans and practices you guys have been having throughout this week to get prepared and ready for your guys' first road game of the season?
Oh yeah, those guys are definitely pissed about the game. I saw it. It was a tough ending. But we're preparing by just going through the motion more so, and just learning their defense and their offense and stuff. And I see throughout the week. This week we practice outside, but throughout the week I just see like the offense feels like more comfortable throwing the ball, running the ball, and everything. So I feel our preparation is just good without like leaking anything more so.
What are you looking forward to most tonight as you guys compete against the San Antonio Gunslingers tonight in San Antonio? And it's their home opener, so that crowd is going to be fired up. What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to kick more because I know we're going to kick a lot that game, most definitely, because our offense is going to for sure score on them, get them out. But our defense we have a strong defense too. They're going to stop them a lot. And I'm looking forward to kick a lot. I'm pretty sure my leg's going to be sore after this. So I'm looking forward to taking an ice bath after too, because knowing us,
I love it. I love it. Axel, what was the adjustment like for you? Obviously kicking outdoors, you've done that your whole career, but now you've moved indoors. We talked about it before we started recording. The difference between kicking outdoors as opposed to kicking indoors. You've been through 2 games. Now you're getting ready for your 3rd tonight in San Antonio. Just the difference. Is it a mental thing? Is it a mind state? Because we know physically you're ready and you're prepared for that. Is it a mental shift or something you've got to switch in your head knowing, okay, I'm kicking indoors as opposed to outdoors, and also it's cut off by 50 yards?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of things that I think about more so because back then I used to think about, since I was in Virginia, it was very windy over there. I used to think about, I got to watch the wind. I got to watch how it's going to move. The apex up more higher. It goes whenever the ball goes higher, like it moves on me more. But and indoor, I don't got to worry about none of that. Like, it just more so I just got to worry about my ability, which I don't even worry about because I know I just kick them straight more so. But I don't really got to worry about much anymore when it comes down to indoor because there's no wind. So there's no excuses no more that the wind took the ball or anything. But other than that, I feel more comfortable here, especially it being a smaller field. I feel like I can kick the full field most definitely because I have the leg for it. So it should be much easier. Just the only hard part would be the post, but kicking straight doesn't matter. Sir.
No, sorry, that's my bad.
You're good. Go ahead. I'm done.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just gonna say, do you have any personal goals for this season? Of course, it's early, but you seem to get a lot more comfortable as the weeks have gone by, these first 2 weeks at home. So do you have any personal goals for yourself for the rest of the season moving forward?
My goal would be being the special teams player of the season more so. I like to be the best. I train hard for it, I would say. But yeah, that would be my ultimate goal, just staying consistent and everything. And hopefully getting picked up after this. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Unmute yourself, JP.
There you go.
That's the ultimate goal for the IFL players, is to move on, be successful at this level, and then move on to the next level. Northern Arizona Wranglers kicker extraordinaire Axel Perez joining us here on the Countdown to Kickoff Road Edition. They're taking on the San Antonio Gunslingers tonight in San Antonio. Good luck this evening, Axel. We look forward to watching the game, and we look forward to chatting with you again sometime very soon down the road. Thank you for your time, my friend.
Of course. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me and everything. So hope you guys enjoyed the game.
We will definitely enjoy the game. Stay with us here on the Countdown to Kickoff Road Edition. We'll return and walk you up to kickoff between your Northern Arizona Wranglers and those San Antonio Gunslingers. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Simon, founder and CEO of Simon Med and founder also of Simon One. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about the process for Simon One. It is super easy. You either call or chat online to schedule. When you arrive, you can just check in on your phone. The examination generally takes about 30 minutes. It can be as short as 15 minutes. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. It's non-invasive, no needles, no preps. When you're done with your exam, you can expect the results to be done in about 24 to 48 hours. You can expect a video chat to be set up to review your results within about a week. Super easy.
We welcome you back on the Countdown to Kickoff here, the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel. You can see live action happening right now as the San Antonio Gunslingers are making their way onto the field. We're just about 11 minutes away from kickoff, so we want to wish you a great game. We hope everyone enjoys tonight's ball game between the Wranglers and the Gunslingers, and we always appreciate you tuning in here on the Countdown to Kickoff. We were hoping to have a couple of the watch game party locations checking in with us, but we'll hopefully get them on here with us next time. But tonight should be a fantastic evening of football, and there we see one of them coming in right now. There's actually 2 pregame spots where folks are enjoying the games tonight up in Prescott Valley and Prescott. Tony's 2 is located in Prescott Valley, and it looks like they're on with us right now.
Hi.
We got the Wranglers fan club out there enjoying some libations and some good times there as they get ready for kickoff between the Wranglers and the San Antonio Gunslingers. This should be a fun one tonight. And more fans as well. Obviously, people watching the Final Four action going on tonight in Glendale as well. But everybody's ready to have a great time and enjoy some Wranglers football. So we appreciate Tony's 2 checking in with us there from Prescott Valley, Arizona. And we are ready to go. You guys ready to go? How much excited are you tonight to watch this first road game of the season?
He said, how excited are you to watch this first away game tonight?
Oh, super excited, especially like I've been a huge Wranglers fan since they've been here. I've been to every game. Love watching them away here. It's amazing. Go Wranglers.
What kind of score prediction can we get from you tonight between the Gunslingers and the Wranglers? Give us a score prediction.
Give us a score prediction.
Score prediction, I'm going to say 45-27 Wranglers.
I like it. One of the Wranglers super fans. We see him in the arena all the time. Thanks for joining us here on the Countdown to Kickoff. And we appreciate Tony's 2 and everyone there for checking in with us here on the Countdown to Kickoff. As you see the action going on right there in San Antonio right now, as the Gunslingers have been introduced, and we are about 9 minutes away from kickoff, so we want to give you plenty of time to make your way over to the Indoor Football League YouTube channel and get yourself set for the game. So have a great evening, folks, and don't forget to come right back here after tonight's game. We'll have a post-game show for you on the air right after the conclusion of tonight's ball game between the Northern Arizona Wranglers and those San Antonio Gunslingers. Have a great game, everyone. Get yourself over to the IFL YouTube channel and enjoy tonight's football action. There you see the colors being presented inside the arena in San Antonio. National Anthem will be coming up next. There are the 6 shooters, the San Antonio Gunslingers dance team on display right there for you. And we're about ready for tonight's National Anthem. One more time, get yourself over to the IFL YouTube channel. Enjoy tonight's game, and we will be back with you here at the conclusion for our post-game show right here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel. Enjoy the game, folks, and go Wranglers!